Good morning, I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. Got my good friend on, Brent Schultz, and he is with a great company called G&A Partners. And I think, in fact, you've got a cool website. It's called $1,000,000employee.com. Is that right,
Yes,
Brent?
it is.
And always glad to have you on the program, Brent. Before we get started with your guest today, why don't you tell us a little bit more about G&A Partners?
Sure. G&A is a Houston-based professional employer organization, and we solve problems in the areas of human resources, risk management, employee benefits, and payroll administration. Our goal, Kevin, is to increase an employer's productivity, lower their liability, reduce their cost, and ultimately increase their profitability.
Yeah, very good. You know, the thing that's interesting about what you guys do is that you really, really allow the employer to focus on his or her core business, which I think is so crucial in an economy like this. You know, no one really wants to be in the HR business, but you have to have HR in order to run a business. And so I love that you help people stay focused on their primary goal, which is to do business and not really manage employees.
Absolutely.
So great stuff. Tell us about your guest today.
Well, I'm happy to introduce Adriana Pelissari, and she's president of Lobdoc Impairment Services, Detection, I should say, Lobdoc Impairment Detection, also here in Houston. And Adriana, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, we're glad to have you on the program. Adriana, kind of give us your elevator speech, if you will.
Yes, well, I work with Lobdoc Impairment Detection here in Houston, and we do drug and alcohol testing. So we help business maintain a safe workplace, and again, we help them to focus on their core business. Because in order for them to be in business, they need to make sure that their employees are good to go, and that's definitely something that they don't want to spend time worrying about. So they throw all that into us, and we help them.
Very good. Go ahead with your first question there, Brent.
Well, Adriana, obviously, you're not from Houston. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I was born in Brazil, which is a pretty nice place to be. And I moved to New York City. I met my great fiancé there. We moved out to Oklahoma City, and that's where I met Susan Lobsinger. She was ready to launch a drug and alcohol testing company, and she asked me to join her. And at first, I was like, wait, drug and alcohol testing? What's that? So after we started, I got really passionate about what we do, and we are basically saving lives because we're taking people that are on drugs or alcohol out of the streets.
Yeah, very good. And I think it's great that you're able to help employers hold really employees accountable.
Yes.
Creating safe business cultures, safe working environments is great work that you all do.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Brent?
You know, tell us a little bit about the size of the business and what type of companies that you're looking for.
Yes, well, Lobdoc, we say that we're still a baby. We've been in business since 2010, and as of today, we have 2 locations, one in Oklahoma and one here in Texas. We work with companies that are worried about workplace safety. So pretty much companies in the transportation business, pipeline, and we help companies in the nationwide because we can also help them anywhere they are, anywhere they have an accident. We can help them to make sure the employee is tested.
Are you corporately located here in the Houston area?
No, our corporate is in Oklahoma City.
Right. Got it. Okay, very good. Go ahead there, Brent.
As far as your competitors, what would you like to tell us about your company and maybe what makes you stand out?
Well, we like to personalize every client that we have. So sometimes when people think about drug testing, they just think, oh, I have to send an employee out to pee on a cup, which that's how it was done before. But now we help employers manage their drug testing program in a way that they can personalize with hair testing. We have saliva testing. We even have fingernail testing going on right now. So we help employers figure out what they're concerned with, and we find the best way to test the employees.
Very good, very good. How large is your organization?
We are a small business. We have about 15 employees out in Oklahoma, and we have about 5 employees here in Houston.
Very good. Go ahead there, Brent.
In your industry, what are some of the best practices that, and how is your company meeting those?
Well, I think the best way that we do business is by doing on-site drug testing where we go to our clients and we help them do the testing at their locations. Because as of today, if you tell someone that they have a week to complete a drug test, they may go online and, figure out what to do. So the best practice today is to go on-site, do the testing right then, right there, and help them figure out what kind of drugs they're worried about to see what kind of test they should do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are there certain industries that tend to use you, or are you pretty much all over the place? I know everything from retail to energy. I mean, I can't even think of an area anymore that wouldn't possibly be interested in your services. But, kind of give us an overview of typical clients here in the Houston area.
Yes, so what we work mostly with companies that report to the Department of Transportation. So trucking companies, pipeline companies here in Houston, it's huge, the oil and gas industry. And since we're able to offer on-site services, we go to different oil rigs, we go to warehouses. So anywhere that the company is, we can go out and help them.
Yeah, very good. Brent?
Well, it's interesting that your company does something that's very vital because we see that a lot in talking to employers and our services. So there's real opportunity, I think, in your industry for a lot of growth. How's your company doing as far as your growth plans? And
we're doing great. We have 2 more locations that are about to open. So business here in Texas is great. As we all know, Houston is growing a lot, and there is plenty of business for all of us. So we're really happy to be here and help the community to be safer.
And before I let you go, give your website, the best website you want people to check out.
Yes, they can check us out at www.lobdoc.com. And if they need to give us an old-fashioned phone call, our phone number is 281-465-8696.
And you can learn more about Brent and the great work they're doing over there at G&A Partners over at milliondollaremployee.com. Brent, good to see you.
Good to see you, Kevin.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. I am Kevin Price, and this is The Price of Business.